I've been putting together this desk setup for the past few years, and I've finally gotten it to a place where I'm pretty satisfied with the results. Today, I'm going to be going over my work from home productivity desk setup, and I'm super excited about it. I've gotten tons of comments whenever I post random pictures of me in my office or my desk setup, and I thought it was finally time to put together a video. My intention the whole way through has been minimalism, function, and again, productivity. I wanted to keep my desk as clear as possible while also emphasizing form and function. Everything you see in the video today will also be in the description below in case you're interested in checking any of it out. Let's get into it. So the first thing on the list is my sit-stand desk. It's just a random Amazon brand, but it's actually a pretty nice desk. There's a button to make it go up, button to make it go down. I like the wood top. I do wish it had buttons to automatically set the leveling you want, but at the time I bought it, I didn't really want to opt for that expense. Despite that, I really do like my desk. So the next thing we're gonna go over is my desk chair. So this chair is the Hayworth Fern, and it's honestly the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in my entire life. I watched a bunch of review videos before I got it and wanted to just splurge and get something really comfortable. Honestly, it is an expensive chair, but it is so nice. I'm convinced it's one of the nicest chairs out there. My monitor has a really long name, but it's an LG and it's a 38-inch ultra-wide monitor. It looks great. It has a HDMI, USB, and lightning port. I just connect my MacBook to the monitor using the lightning cable. I wouldn't really say there's anything about the monitor I don't like. It looks great, super big, and it does what I need it to do. So the monitor arm is something I got separately. This didn't come with the actual monitor, but it's the AVLT single 17 to 49 inch monitor arm. It's fairly sturdy, looks great. It's the same color as my monitor, so I think it's a really great aesthetic. And again, this is one of those things that allows me to declutter my desk and lift the monitor off of the stand so that it's floating above the desk. It clears a lot of space and it looks really modern and looks really nice. Now let's go over the laptop stand. This is the Vivo single laptop desk mount. Again, it's one of those features of my desk that lifts my laptop off of the desk, clears more of that space, gives me that minimalism I'm going for. And I like to have my laptop connected to the monitor, but still on, because it allows me to have basically another screen. So with the ultra wide, I'm able to have essentially 2 or sometimes 3 screens in one. And then I also have the laptop as an additional screen. Next, let's go over the keyboard. I love this keyboard. It's the Logitech MX Mechanical. It's my favorite keyboard I've ever had. Sounds amazing, looks very professional. My favorite feature about it is that you can connect to 3 devices at once and switch between them with keys on the keyboard, 1, 2, 3. That way I can connect to my work laptop and my personal laptop and switch between them very easily. Keyboard has a pretty decent battery life, and there's 3 different key switches you could choose between: red, blue, and brown. I went with brown. And to complement it, for my mouse, I use the Logitech MX Master 3S. I think this might be one of the greatest mouses that exists. It's extremely comfortable, very smooth. I can also connect to 3 different devices and switch between them with the press of a button. It has multi-directional scrolling, regular and rapid vertical scrolling. It also has buttons on the side that you can program to do different features. I honestly don't mess with them much. I've never programmed them to do something different. So I don't really use the buttons much, but it is such a comfortable mouse. I take it with me anywhere I go with my laptop. I cannot use a regular mouse after using this mouse. It's that comfortable and that smooth. So the mic that I'm using is the Blue Yeti mic. Pretty decent and popular budget mic. There's definitely tons of better mics out there. It's not really anything too amazing, but if you're looking for something that is not super cheap, but still pretty good value, kind of a budget mic, it's a good choice. It's served me pretty well, and I just have a little sock on the top to help with popping. Attached to the mic, I have the Elgato Wave Mic Arm LP, and you can run your wire through it. It's very minimal, very compact, very unobtrusive, and I like that it's minimal because, again, that's been a big intention of my desk desk setup is minimalism. Even though I obviously use this mic and this arm for recording, I also use the same setup when I'm taking work calls as well. So I use the setup every day, very minimal. The arm is a bit limited in terms of how much you can adjust it, but that's kind of the trade-off you get for the compact ability of the mic. For my webcam, I'm using the Logitech Brio 4K webcam. It's a great webcam, good for conferencing. I honestly don't use it a ton. I use it whenever I'm taking like personal video calls. I'm sure there's better ones out there, but it's perfect for what I need it for. Underneath the webcam, I have the BenQ Screenbar light, and this has honestly become a really essential part of my setup, as simple as it sounds, but just having that light to shine directly downward onto my desk and not in my face has become just one of my favorite things about the setup. Whenever I have it off, my desk just feels so dark, and I love that I can just light up the space, and it's got that super sexy dial. I could just press that and turn the dial to adjust the brightness and the coloring. Looks good. Perfect solution for lighting up my desk. For lighting, I have another Elgato product, and it's the Elgato Key Light. It's really minimal, it's very powerful, like all Elgato products. It looks great, pairs to your phone so you can control the brightness from your phone. That's always nice. The lighting can be a little harsh compared to something like a softbox light, but what I really like about it is that I can mount it to my desk. It's super slim, it looks really nice and modern, and it's a great solution for me to have my lighting be a part of my desk and still be a really powerful and dynamic lighting solution. For the lighting on my wall, I have the Govee Glide. I have a lot of Govee products in and around my office. They all pair to your phone, which is great, so I can control my entire lighting setup through my phone. But the Govee Glide looks really nice. I really just got it for the aesthetic, to have that light bar on my wall. One disclaimer on that product though is, so it actually came with additional lighting panes and like a right angle light so that you can have like a V or an L shape, and you can kind of customize the look and feel of it. But with how you have to orient the lights, they can only go in one direction. I just wish that it was a little bit more customizable. But other than that, Govee Glide is pretty sweet. Next to the Govee Glide, I have a random Amazon pegboard. It looks cool, it's very customizable. It came with a lot of things that you can stick into the pegs, but I honestly got it because I wanted some different kind of modern, I guess, looking shelving. And I honestly just think it looks really cool. One thing I don't like about it is the mounting setup that it came with is like a clear plastic sticker that you put on your wall and hanging up on there. So it sounds great in theory, but when you take that off, it's gonna absolutely rip the paint off your wall. I saw a lot of Amazon reviews where people were talking about how it destroyed their wall. So what I did instead is I just nailed it in. I just nailed through one of the pegs and set it up that way. On the side of my desk here, I have another laptop holder that hangs off the desk. It's just another random Amazon product, though I will have it linked in the description below. Allows me to declutter my desk. So when I have my work and my personal laptop set up with me at my desk, I already have one laptop mount, so I wanted a way to store one of the other laptops without it taking up too much space on the desk. So I like this solution because it hangs off the side of the desk, it slips in there really minimally, and I could just plug everything into the side. It works really well, so perfect for when I have my personal and my work laptop set up at the same time on my desk. Okay, so a really big one for me is wire organization. I want you to take a look at this setup here because there's a ton of wires that are in this setup, but I'm proud of the fact that you can't really see too many of them. So I did my best to keep as many wires as possible out of sight. So it takes a little work because you gotta like get in there and get under the desk and do all that, but it really really is worth it, I think, if you can keep your setup looking more minimal. To complement that wire organization kit is the cable management box that I have. So that's where I keep the power strip and everything that plugs into its power source. So it's just sitting there in the box and the wires run out the sides. It's just a really nice looking way to keep those wires out of view, keep that power strip out of view, because I think just a power strip lying on the ground looks kind of ugly, but the box sort of matches the aesthetic of my desk setup, and either way it just looks better than a power strip. The last thing we're going to go over today is my office treadmill. So I use the DeerRun Walking Pad. It looks sleek and modern. It's great quality. It's not like a cheap random Amazon product. This is like an actual brand, DeerRun. And the reason I didn't want to get a cheap walking pad is I would read a lot of reviews where like the belt would get off course really easily. And don't get me wrong, even with the DeerRun, you have to adjust the belt. I think that's something people don't understand with the walking pads, but they make it really easy to adjust it. And in general, it's just a comparatively smooth walking pad compared to a lot of the cheaper ones out there. The reason I got this is because walking really helps me to think more creatively and more clearly sometimes, and I could be a little bit more kind of on my game when I'm in meetings and things like that. So if I'm feeling a little tired, I'll roll the walking pad under my desk and go for a little walk. The one drawback is you do have to, when you're not using it, you do have to roll it out from under your desk and over to the side. So I wish it could just always stay under there, right? But if it were always there, then I wouldn't be able to have my office chair under the desk as well, because it'd be getting in the way. So I have to roll it over there every time I'm using it, which is kind of a pain, but gotta do what you gotta do to get your nice walk in. So that's it. There's my work from home setup for 2024. I hope you liked it. Again, everything you saw in the video today is linked in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions about anything you saw, and if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, as it does help the channel. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.